So what we have here is a single nutsedge plant. And by itself, there's no other nutsedge plants around here that we can see. By itself, what I would recommend to a homeowner, if they say, I've got nutsedge, what should I do? Typically what we want to find out is, how big of a problem is it? At what point is there a threshold where they're going to have to control it? Again, that's an IPM concept. And so when there's just one, with nutsedge, it's not the kind of weed, because it's a perennial, that you can just pull out. You can't just, again, this is the nutsedge, you can't just do this, okay? Because it's going to grow back, and the reason it grows back, one of the reasons it grows back, and it's such a bad problem, is because it grows from tubers. And so even though there's mulch here, that mulch isn't enough to keep perennial weeds down. So in this situation, what we would tell people to do is to try and dig it out, okay? Again, because there's only one in there, it shouldn't be too hard to do. And the problem is you got to get down to where the tuber is, where they start becoming problems. And we want to get as far down as we can to get all the tubers that might be attached. And if you notice here, this nutsedge is about 5 inches tall, and by then you can see it's already creating new tubers. So what would happen normally is you pull this out, this tuber gets separated, it remains in there, and you end up having nutsedge over and over again. Okay, so you take this and you throw that away. Okay, you don't put it in your compost pile, because you can't always count on the nutsedge tubers being controlled by the compost heating process. But if you do have a good idea that you got it out, you can just go ahead and replant. Cover it up, put your mulch back up. Always monitor, again, part of the IPM concept, always monitor for your pests. Always keep looking to see what the pests are before they get out of hand.